guys, welcome to our huge kitchen. Did you grow up unhealthy? Or kind of? Sort of unhealthy like we did, rolling around the state fair, smelling a sweet, luscious corn dog, deep fried cotton candy. Well, we have some of those memories, and we were thinking, what if we could recreate a childhood experience without potentially killing ourselves, or at least not killing ourselves as fast? So today, we're going to do some childhood memories, one of the favorites. Might sneak a conventional here and there, but I try not to too much, especially after this episode. Let's make a corn dog that's not going to just kill us super fast. Maybe slow down the death rate a little bit. Long story short, we're pretty much thinking, what are some awesome childhood favorites that are like pretty bad for you? Can we turn those really bad snacks into not as bad snacks? Basically, is it organicable, if that makes any sense? So let's try this out. So we've got some avocado oil heating up on the old stove top. We're going to be utilizing that. Why avocado oil? Well, because it's not canola oil. Enough said. Non-GMO, and it's from avocados instead of #MeToo rapeseed. Who wants that in their diet? Guess one party does, but we won't talk about that here. So we're using avocado oil. Some skewer sticks, so we can have our doggies run through.
Might I have the pleasure of your name before I have you run through?
And it looks like producer Hobbs is at it again. This package just opened. But these are, if you remember our little barbecue video, Oscar Mayer, however you want to pronounce the sucker. All natural turkey franks. Now the reason why we're using turkey franks, no hormones, antibiotics, probably a little GMOs in there unless they're foraging around in the feed. But again, we're not making a superfood, it's just kind of a cheat meal. We like these turkey dogs best because this isn't a one-shot take video. We've experimented, and if you get the all-natural beef franks from Trader Joe's, Costco, whatever, the dog is overpowering. So this is the perfect dog wrapped in the perfect blanket. You know, the corn dog crust. So that's why we're using these. We've got a total sterile looking fork. Oh, that has crap on it. Let's get a better looking fork with less crap on it. Proud of me. That's just for you, Producer Hobbs. I'm going to do our dry ingredients first. Producer Hobbs doesn't look like this really professional looking mixing bowl. So already got a teaspoon and a half of baking powder. I'll be throwing that in. Going over to the Bob's Red Mill cornmeal. We are going to do 3/4 of a cup of cornmeal. Make sure you're pretty precise. Get a nice old scoop and we'll level it off. 3/4 of a cup of that. So if you do any kind of math, you should at least be able to do some fractions. Got our cornmeal. I'm going to do the same amount, 3/4 of a cup of our flour. So this is going to be awesome. Let's do a quarter first. Level it off. Ooh, that looks pretty tasty. Eek! Oh man, this bag isn't very user friendly. Three-quarters of a cup. Bam. Doing a 1/4 teaspoon of our salt. So that's going in there. That will go away. Doing about, that's wet, that'll be later. Doing, about a heaping tablespoon of our cane sugar. A little bit of spice is nice. And if it pleases producer Hobbs, we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of this honey. Oh, real professional. Every good to the last drop, right? There we go. If you have more of a sweet tooth, maybe you should get that checked out because it's not healthy. So, totally messed that up. You like that? I put some wet ingredients in with dry ingredients. But we're going to give that a mix. Honey's going to have to do in there. It's not going to be the end of the world, I guess. This will be mixed eventually, right? I'm going to transfer our wet ingredients. Our single egg. Slightly beaten up. I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons of extra oil. Bam. And then buttermilk, 3/4 of a cup, once again. Plus side of doing dry ingredients first over wet. So if you do wet, then all your flour is going to stick to your cups. Guess you cooks out there have never figured that one out. Can you give this a little bit of a mix? And then drop it into our dry ingredients. All the years I've loved corn dogs, never really thought about making a healthier version of myself, so until recently I started thinking about it. Like, wow, that's a revolutionary thought, a dolly. You should try this out. It's actually pretty easy and fast for something that's a little better than the state fair prototypes that you can buy at the store you put in the microwave. Those things are pretty nasty. So we're just mixing all this together. Give her a good old beating. Just mix it in. With our professional setup here. Producer Hobbs' strict budgets. Strict budget cuts. I actually have a KitchenAid somewhere, but apparently not here. But it's no worry. This is not too big of a deal. So we're going to give that a good mix and then transfer it to this professional looking dipping cup. Just scoop it all in there. You know, this recipe in theory is supposed to make for like 12 corn dogs. But that's kind of a clown show. It's like the guys at the circus made those measurements, because this is good for like 4 or something. So if you want to make a ton of dogs, you can just double, triple, quadruple, whatever you want to do to this recipe. Obviously try it before you do that first, so you might not like it, but you won't like it. You only not like it if you don't have good taste buds. We have good taste buds, right? So we got your mix, your buttermilk, all of your ingredients in there mixed up. Here's for the fun part. Checking our temperature here, making sure it's up to par. Looking at about 300 degrees to 330. So this should be on the bleeding edge of reliability. I am dunking the dogs after it's sat about 5 to 10 minutes. Give her a good old stir. You'll have a nice, pretty evenly coated doggeroo. Producer Hobbs is asking if it's ready. This isn't a microwave, so be patient. So what we're looking for is a nice golden brown. 5 to, I don't know, 8 minutes or so. Time flies when you're having fun. So this side isn't quite, it's pretty close. Just gonna cast it asunder for another second here. Give her a little pinch assist. This is a very high quality deep frying setup. It shows you how much we do it. So we're looking for that nice golden brown. It looks like this is about it. Got a little mustard, a little bit of organic Trader Joe's ketchup. Nice golden brown dog. And you can dig in. Tastes like childhood. No responsibilities. Nobody fat shaming me. If I could only go back. This is pretty tasty, guys. If you like corn dogs and want a healthier twist, strongly suggest you check it out. Is this as healthy as a fresh green salad with some juice? Absolutely not. But hey, every once in a while, if you want to relive your childhood dreams, I'd suggest checking it out. A little bit of sweetness poking through. That turkey isn't too overpowering for the dog. Spicy cohort might disagree, but drop us a comment below if you're a corn dog fan. We'll catch you later.